hear from Amani. Amani is her name.
Woo!
And she's going to be performing her poem on why should we not have expectations. Put your hands together. I welcome to the stage of Trinidad, all the way from Toronto, Amani.
I expected and was disappointed. I wanted but didn't need. I sat and waited by the phone for hours and no one called me. My life has been saturated by expectations instead of living dreams and wants and feelings of neglect when what I got was the opposite of what I did expect. And wants and feelings of neglect when what I got was the opposite of what I did expect. I didn't realize that having expectations could actually debilitate you, hinder you from what you really are meant to do. I just thought that I was expected to expect. I know this may sound a bit suspect, but my expectations led to me having limitations and a lot of aggravation and just pure frustration, which was not a very nice sensation. It is quite sensational, really, and even astounding how I believed that things could be that never were in the first place. Does that make me some sort of disgrace because I know that I am meant to live day by day and just live by faith? I actually thought I was, but being human, what I thought I was really wasn't. Though it should have been obvious, I was oblivious to the fact that these expectations had me so limited and restricted. Oftentimes I was conflicted by the idea that someone was going to follow through on what they said they were going to do. And so I waited, thinking this was a lesson in patience. I mean, if you expect something and then it doesn't happen, then you should just wait patiently for it to happen. Is that what happened? So I waited for things that never materialized, waited for promises that were never kept, waited for the person who had the perfect job for me to do for them, waited for people to pick me up, but they only seemed to bring me down, and I was left alone in a room for hours waiting for someone to just show up. I think there is a lesson here that has nothing to do with patience. I think God has been and still is trying to tell me something. He is telling me that I need to stop. Just stop cold turkey like a drug addict waiting for his next hit because of circumstances unbeknownst to him. He just can't get it. He is telling me to stop like a car that comes to a screeching halt when the light turns from yellow to red. God has been telling me to stop having expectations and just accept what was instead. And he told me this the first time I realized that I suffered from this affliction of always wanting to please and saying thank you, please, and hope that someone always tried to please me. Please? I realized this last year in the fall while I was away. I'm always away when this clarity hits, I guess because not being home forces my mind to submit and forces me to be with me even more than the other times that I am just with myself. And I see things much more clearly, and I expect things because I am not in the vicinity of things and people that I am used to. Those people that make me feel comfortable just aren't around. It is quite profound, really. And though I seem to be talking in circles and rhyme, I really took a lot of time to decipher why I should not have expectations. Expectations lead to disappointments, and disappointments can lead to depression, and depression can lead to limitations, and limitations can lower your self-esteem, and low self-esteem means that you can't live and fulfill your dreams. So I
am going to accept and not expect. I am going to try and not get my nose out of joint because humans are simply humans and they will disappoint. Are you getting my point? Because I'm coming to my conclusion and clearing up any confusion so you will know that my performance was not an illusion but as real as anything you can feel. Like a pinch on your skin or walking into the cupboard and hitting your chin or falling and landing on your funny bone, which isn't really funny at all. It's actually quite painful. Just like how life can already be painful, so I add to the pain by having expectations. I hereby accept that nothing is as I expected it to be, and life is an unwritten journey that we really can't understand because only God has the plan, so we should not expect others to fill the void that is within us. We should just appreciate that people do what they can, when they can, and people do what they want to do, when they want to do it, and be happy with that, and just move on and live life to the fullest and be full. Be full like a chubby kid who just ate a lot of chocolate cake. Be full like a gigantic helium balloon big enough to sail up to the moon. Be full of joy and laughter and caring and wait. Why are you all staring? Can't you see that I'm up here sharing? Or is my poem not what you expected? Well, so what? Just accept it. And was disappointed. I wanted but didn't need. I sat and waited by the phone for hours and no one called me. My life has been saturated by expectations instead of living dreams and wants and feelings of neglect when what I got was the opposite of what I did expect. Thank you.